Okay, so here we are in Black Myth WuKong. It's funny because they still haven't fixed the frame gen being in Mandarin, so they just don't care. They made their 20 million console sales and they're just like, screw y'all. I just literally don't care anymore. And see how it runs. Now this game should run just fine. I've actually tested it a lot in the past when these APUs were just coming out. We can see here we are on low. We do have 60 FSR on 60%. So not the highest settings or anything like that, but I mean, it's going to run pretty well. We don't have scaling. I don't remember how to play this game. We don't have frame gen on, just some scaling and low settings. So there's not going to be any like latency or anything like that issues. It should run relatively well. I do not remember how to play this game at all. Not that I was ever good at it in the first place. As you can tell, I'm not a Souls-like fan. But anyways, the moral of the story is it runs really well. So you'll have no problems playing this game if this is a game that you like. And again, you can turn off frame gen so you don't have to worry about input latency. And as a result, despite that being off, you're still going to get really good performance here, right? 45 or so. So it runs quite well. It's going to be an experience where like you actually enjoy to play it. Fortunately, some games, like I did want to play some other games like Battlefield 6 on this, but it's just not out yet, so we'll play some of the other popular demanding titles. Okay, we'll do a little bit of Metal Gear Solid, Delta, Snake Eater 3, whatever. So turn it up. So we'll go balanced, up to performance, turn that down to low. You do kind of get a little bit of like the plants start to like vanish, unfortunately. But that's a huge jump in performance. Wow, okay. I guess those textures really made a huge difference. You might be able to turn down the scaling as a result because you know there's a little bit of shimmer. Only in like where it's like you have narrow like fencing and like that. But otherwise, like this all looks fine. I don't see any shimmer or weirdness here, like at all. No artifacting. Actually, weirdly in the trees, I don't notice any either. It's really only the fence over there. Right, a little bit of pixel jumping. But, I mean, you probably won't care much. Got him. I was further than this. I must have not synced my save before. That's annoying. I guess I wasn't like way further than this, but that's still pretty annoying. I guess on the plus side, I'm very used to benchmarking this specific area to excess. A little bit of shimmer only in the fencing. But the grasses in that are all fine, and you're getting good frames. Like this, it's not a super fast-paced game. It's an action game, but it's like an action stealth game. So you're going to be taking a lot of time, like lurking around, slinking around, all that kind of shady business. And really, it looks fantastic. The only real issue is, see up here, it's fine. There's no issues with FSR up here, FSR performance. But when you get further off, you do get a little bit of shimmer in these like things like that. But the trees all here are looking good. More than playable. Like it's actually like enjoyable playable here because you're going to be at like worst case 35. A lot of the times you're going to be at like 45, 50, even higher. 55 even in these indoor areas, so it's going to be fine. You could lock it to 30, but honestly I just let it go like this. It's just fine. Story time. I've listened to this 15 times. Let's try turning down the performance mode here. See if we can get a little quieter. So we're at 44 right here with that weird shimmer. $30. Same performance. $25 is essentially the same performance. You're losing like 2 frames to going down to like 22 and 21. Even here, I mean, you're only losing like 1 or 2 frames, honestly. It's running really well. I'd probably, just put like 25 if you're plugged in. It's just that it's so much quieter, right? Like you're not losing any performance at all, but it runs way quieter, so sure. It's always going to be a balance, right? Like it depends on the game. If you're playing a stealth game, yeah, I probably want it to be pretty quiet. I thought I was supposed to go through there. But if you're playing, if you're playing a game, I have to go back. If you're playing a game that, like Doom or something, like you probably won't care. You're going to have the thing just blasting. You're going to be like, whatever. But if you're playing a stealthy game, you want to hear people, story-based games, RPGs, you're potentially going to want to turn down. Ooh, we actually are losing some frames here. You might want to turn down the performance mode slightly just so it's a little quieter. Let's see here, 35. Yeah, so, I mean, it's your pick. I'd probably put a like 30 or so watts. It is still much quieter than the full bore, and at this point it is actually running the same. So, okay, let's do a little Last of Us Part 2. Check our settings here. So 1200p. No dynamic resolution scaling. XeSS quality. We can use more. It's going to look fine. So we'll go XeSS balanced instead. And graphics, they're on low. We can probably turn them up, to be honest. So what I'm going to do here, that's the presets. We'll turn level of detail up 1. Texture, we'll turn up 1. Shadow, screen space, that kind of stuff down. Occlusions down. Turn those off. I'll leave them on low. Fraction. Yeah, that kind of a low medium mix. See how that looks. You can always play with the settings more. You could just go like straight low if you want. But get a little bit more, a little bit more level of detail, a little bit more textures, so it looks more natural. It's not a tiny little screen. It's an 8.8-inch screen. It's pretty big, and you're going to have it close to you. So, yeah, it's good if this game looks good. Put it that way. And it's running very well. We're at 30 here. Let's see if this makes any difference. $42. Oh, it does actually. Yeah, it's a little bit of a performance bump. Don't need to, but you can if you want. So if you're not happy, you can turn it down to 30 and it's basically silent. And then you'll play like that. But if you're like, I want those extra couple frames here and there, maybe during demanding areas, or you want to turn the game up, yeah, you can put it on the higher wattage mode. It's your pick. Let's see here. We'll go 48 again. Okay, give it a sec. Let's try turning that down to 30, 48. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at 2 or 3. Yeah, maybe just 2 frames. I'd leave it down for 2 frames, one or 2 frames, like a 4 or 5% penalty to performance. It's so much quieter. It always, by the way, it sounds more exaggerated on camera because I have a microphone right next to the device, and it's just the way that microphone techs work. To me, it's not that loud. It's quieter than any like gaming laptop or anything like that. Way quieter than a gaming laptop, to be honest. And if you really want, you're like, hey, I really don't want, any noise at all. I want it to be really quiet, right? and you do have good performance here. So you know, you can certainly go like maybe 25. And then it becomes like actually quiet. 25 is probably where I play most. On my handheld over there, the 1X Player that I use as my daily driver, which has the same iGPU, I game mostly on 25, not 30. Because it just doesn't make it really much of a difference. And it's just so much quieter that it becomes like actually truly enjoyable. Especially in an atmospheric game like this. Like I'm blabbering, but when you're playing this game, you're going to be wanting to be into it. Yeah, really good. Okay, we'll do some Ratchet and Clank. We'll start with low and balanced XeSS. Okay, so let's reset here. It looks good, to be honest. XeSS, especially not turned way up, just unbalanced. It looks great. No artifacting, no shimmer. I think Digital Foundry are the ones who did like really deep diving XeSS and FSR in this game. Pretty sure it was them. I'm pretty sure I watched all of them. But is this the dropship? But yeah, they did a deep dive and showed that high levels of FSR were a little bit wonky, and we don't have that issue here. Come on, Ratchet. Yeah, so I mean, like, these are the type games. I mean, it's fun to play on, like, whatever. But I mean, these are the type games it's like, if you have such a nice screen, you're really going to want to play a game like this on it. It's just so enjoyable. Oops, I shouldn't hit that. Hogwarts Legacy. Well, that's running really well. I mean, AMD runs very well on this. Intel and AMD both run really well. It's just the way that it is. Anyways, so this is medium. It's not low. This is medium across the board. We do have scaling. We're using XeSS because it looks better in this game. And only balanced, not performance. So 1200p, balanced scaling, medium. And this is Hogsmeade. Meaning like this thing is hard to run on like DGPUs, especially like NVIDIA and DGPUs. I don't know why they haven't got it. It's either the devs or NVIDIA just hasn't prioritized it, or the architecture of the hardware is not designed for this. I suspect bandwidth can be an issue. And here it's running extremely well, to be honest. Like, look at that run through. 50 or so all the way through. Now, I've been playing this game. I played this game on different things. I played the most of this game on my Xbox and quite a bit on my PS5. I don't know why. I just tried on different systems. And I always play it on what they call balance mode, which shoots for a balance between fidelity and performance. And it's about 45, I think. So I'm used to playing this game on 45. I have no problems playing this game on 45, to be honest. It looks good and it runs well. It's just the way that it is. I've been playing it on my Switch 2 with the Switch 2 upgrades. It does not look as good as this. We'll put it that way. This looks still considerably better than the Switch 2. Like a lot better than the Switch 2. Just so you know. I literally bought the game on the Switch 2. Bought the first, like, Switch 1 version. It looked like garbage, obviously. Upgraded it. Paid for the upgrade. Switch 2. And it looks way better than Switch 1, but it doesn't look this good. It still has a lot of like artifacting issues. It's pretty soft on the Switch 2. And that really speaks to how capable this. Timothy, what I was doing. Anyways, yeah, so the preferred way to play this on the go would be with the Go, not with the Switch 2. Actually, you know what? Let's show it. Okay, so this is the Legion Go, obviously, what the video is about. Now, I'm not as far on the Switch 2, unfortunately. Not even close to as far. Man, that's really glossy. What the hell? Let's try to get to an area. But you can notice the frame rate. I mean, we're looking at a 30 frame rate here. it runs way better than the Switch 1, and it looks way better than the Switch 1. But it's a very noticeable 30. Right? Playing this, I mean, it's fine if you haven't played anything else. You'll still have a good time. Not like, I'm not an FPS snob, but you'll have a good time. You'll enjoy it. It plays well enough. It's a little soft, right? There's definitely some softness going on. It's hard to describe. You don't have artifacting, but you do get a little bit of softness around. Yeah, I mean, you're playing on a tiny little no wattage system. Take it on a plane or something. You have a good time. It's gonna be enjoyable. You'll have fun. But it's a little soft, and it's a very 30 FPS experience, which might show up on camera because I record at 60. Hard to say. But for me, I mean, get that out of here, come over here, and oh my god, it's so much smoother. Like, it's a very clear jump. 30 to 45 is massive, and we're running at like 50, 55 here, right? But even 45 would be a big jump right there. Like, that's 45. That's a big jump from 30. It's very noticeable. It's like if you've used different monitors, and say you use like a 60 hertz monitor, and then you go to a 90 hertz monitor, it's massively smoother. And then you go to 120, you can still notice. And then as you go more, it's like, I don't notice it anymore. And that's the same with consoles, right? Like 30 is fine, it's playable. I played on 30 for years. But when you're getting into like this style of game, you can definitely notice when you're on 30. And then you throw it up to like 45, you're like, holy smokes, that is way smoother. Right? Of course, 60 is even better, but once I get to like 45, 50, I'm usually pretty happy on a handheld. That was a weird artifact. Yeah, some weird thing. So anyways, it runs very well.